There's a signboard hung up at the front of the clothier. Clothier? The sign reads, Graoli's Apparel. Glad to be closed. They're glad to be closed, it seems. So they are. This sign sure gets on my nerves. Still, it's a little too early to be closing up shop, isn't it? What time is it even? I'm sorry, we should have come here earlier. The stares from everyone around us as we were shopping were becoming too difficult to bear. We simply stand out too much. There isn't a single person in town wearing a cloak. You guys really need to get those off at least. I imagine they're separate from your actual clothes, so you could probably just take the cloaks off, you know. A black cloak is a necessity for a mana crafter. Is it? And is generally part of most formal wear outfits. Furthermore, what I'm wearing now identifies me as a royal guardian, the most formal of such outfits. Oh, yes. And Selphine is wearing a peach-colored dress. It really sticks out. Certainly what a princess would dress with. I should be all right for another night. Once we get to an inn, I can just scrub the clothes clean. Laundry is one thing, but I'd really like to take a nice hot bath. We did sleep outdoors last night after all. Maybe or maybe not. The game wasn't entirely clear on that. What should we do? Should we head to the inn first? No, there should be a lot of places to eat just nearby, right? It'll be a hassle to head back here anyway, so let's just have some food first. Yay! Yay, so she says. She really wants to eat. You sure are excited, Selphine. I'm so excited to try another country's cuisine. Glutton Princess, here we are, boys. I was about to ask if she'd forgotten that we were swept away from our own country, but I restrained myself. If she can forget about everything that's happened, just for now, why not? She'll end up remembering it all as we go to sleep anyway. Don't be mean. About Rugzenheide and her people, let her have this. Had it just been Selphine and I today, I'm sure she wouldn't have been this bright and cheerful. I'm glad that Rune accompanied us today. Rune, your gelato looks delicious. Huh? Oh yes, it's very tasty. It's, cold and, red. What does the color have to do with the flavor? You know nothing of popsicles, young one. Now you two, why are you spoiling your appetites just before dinner? On the way, the two were enjoying ice cream they purchased from a vendor who had a frozen treats stand. To be specific, Selphine's was milk-flavored. What? Milk flavor. That is literally more vanilla than vanilla. I'm using literally here when it's not actually the term, when that's not actually what the term means. Deal with it. And Rune's was strawberry. 'Cause we're hungry. I suppose that's true. At least she has an appetite. Well then, I guess we really should have some dinner. Yeah, I'm super hungry. Alright then, where would you like to eat? I want to eat something nice and hot. Something hot? If that's the case... Don't you say it, Rune, eh? Don't make a joke. She's a real mystery. We've only just met, but I can't help but feel totally relaxed around her. A person this free of malice is certainly a rarity. Ah! Whoa! Ah no, I dropped my ice cream! Deal with it, nerd. I'm not going to think about the way she's just slightly off that makes me suspicious of her motives. I'm not. Something troubling you, Rotona? You're making a pained expression. No, that's, sorry. What's this about all of a sudden? Good evening, ladies. Just as we were conversing, a barker approached us. Y'all appreciate that voice? Thanks. Ivil's Tavern's got discounts this whole week. Stop by and have a look if you'd like. Ivil's Tavern, eh? It's a tavern at the edge of town. Pretty famous since a long while back. A tavern. Ergo a bar. A place for drinks. Fuck yeah. And we've just got some new ale up on tap. And to celebrate, we've got everything at 30% off. Rotona, did you hear that? 30%! 30 whole percent! What was the original price, though? 30%. She said something one would never expect to hear from a princess who's lived in a royal palace all her life. Discounts! Fuck yeah! Well, we can't buy any sediment, but we have more than enough money to get food. So why don't we go to a more typical restaurant instead of a tavern? That is true, and that place has quite the peculiar atmosphere. Well then, take this. He hands Rune a small slip of paper. A special coupon reserved only for lovely ladies such as yourself. Another 20% off, half off everything. Tavern forward march, 50%. Fuck yeah, we're doing it. What, you fall for it just because of a discount? Yes. She's never lived a life of wanting, so just where does this sense of chasing savings come from? You weren't raised to be like this. Rotona, you sound just like her mom. Tavern forward march! Selphine seems to be pretty up for it, so why don't we just take a look at least? Would you like me to show you the way? Well... Come on, Rotona. 50% off. It's a pain to think any further. I'll just let Selphine take the reins on this one. Yes! The princess has the right idea. After a short walk, we emerge in a decidedly darker, dingier part of town. Really? You might have wanted a new screen for this part. The ambience of the entire place was in stark contrast with the central district of town, where we'd shopped earlier in the day. There was a slight air of danger that wafted around. I wouldn't even think of passing through an alleyway, even if it was a shortcut to someplace. This place had that dark, desolate feel to it. Whoa! Looks like things are getting pretty interesting. I wouldn't say interesting is the right word for this place. It's dangerous. Going to get mugged. Rune suddenly walks ahead of us. It's cheerful-ass music for what they're describing as effectively slums. Milady, are you sure you want to have your dinner in a place like this? What's wrong with it? What's wrong, you say? Doesn't anything come to mind just looking around? Scary, for one. Scary? Ah, I see. Not really, no. I mean, you're here with me. What's wrong with Rotona? My heart. It's nothing. Just, you might want to exercise a little more caution is all. It'll be fine. I doubt Rune will bring us to anywhere dangerous. Besides, even if something does happen, you're right here by my side. It'll be alright. Goodness gracious. After 10 or so minutes, we arrive at an absurdly large building. Here we are. This is Ivil's Tavern. We follow after Rune, pushing the doors open, and... What? Whoa! Hey, Rotona, look! It's, like, super amazing! It's also loud as shit. It certainly is. I'm awestruck. Ivil's Tavern. The huge wooden structure has an aroma of smoke and wood chips drifting through the air. It's just like one of those taverns you hear of in fairy tales. It's also got a giant-ass tree in the middle. What the fuck? Wow, Rotona! Rotona, what is all of this? Selphine squatted down and stared at what lay spread out all across the floor. The floor was covered in some kind of sawdust or shells of some sort, leaving the original flooring completely concealed. So, like, peanut shells? Is this a Texas steakhouse, like a Texas Roadhouse? Fuck that place. It sure is a pretty interesting place, right? Have a look at that. Rune pointed towards the middle of the building. Yeah, the tree. Thank you. What? That's enormous. The interior of the structure extended all the way to 3 whole stories, or something like a coliseum of sorts. A spiral staircase using a large tree as its motif extended all the way to the top floor. The stairs were used for delivering orders and such. Is that a real tree? Redwood, my dude. Now that I look at it again, the large tree's canopy reaches all the way up to the top and acts as a ceiling for their uppermost floor. You wouldn't notice it until you get a closer look, but you can see the night sky through the gaps between the leaves on the tree. It is indeed. This entire place was constructed around this tree. That's amazing. Marvelous. Truly marvelous, isn't it, Rotona? But what are they going to do when it rains? The interior was lined with casks and casks of alcohol. Is that the new ale? Fuck yeah. This seemed to reach all the way to the 3rd floor. Do the casks serve as some kind of divider? Truly befuddling architectural design. This place is one of Kadia's main attractions. The brewery at Ivals is responsible for producing 60% of all liquor in Sector 3. Holy shit. Brewery, you say? Behind those casks is the brewery, separate from the tavern itself. Is that so? Suddenly. Hey, everyone, listen up. We hear a voice from above resonating through the entire tavern. And the entire place falls silent. Thank God, it was loud as shit. As we look up, we see a man standing on the railing of the 2nd floor. Glass of beer in hand. That dude with the red hair? Today I finally got myself canned from work. Now I don't ever have to see that damn boss man ever again. Time for a celebratory drink. All you bastards in the tavern, your next drink's on me, good old herds. 1! Woo! A flurry of cheering roars throughout. Hey, ain't that boss man of yours your old man? You're damned right he is, that stupid old coot. Get fucked. And I bet you're gonna be begging to head back tomorrow or the day after. Oh, bite me like I'm gonna do that. He becoming Earthspawn. Here's to more free booze. Sure, more free booze for you. Just give me a job first. I need money because I'm buying an entire building. Alcohol, please give me money. Hey, if you got fired, just how the hell are you gonna pay for all the booze you're giving out? Well, of course, I sure as hell can't, you numbskull. Looks like I'm washing dishes for you for a month. You're bold. Wow, Earthspawn, you're such a generous gent. Oh, that's so. Then why don't you marry me? Over my dead body. Everyone laughed up a storm. I know you're all. I know they're all laughing at the joke, but I'm laughing at that fucking voice. Whew, whew, lad. All right, bottoms up, everyone. Every single person in the tavern goes woohoo as they all share a hearty toast. The cheers roaring with an intensity that shook you to your core. Oh, he sure is a character. This place sure is something. That's how this place is. So I suppose for you two, it might be a little. Well, not Rotona. Selphine is into it. Holy shit. I'm already used to it, so I don't mind, but Selphine might not yet be ready for a place like this. Just look at her eyes. They got fucking stars in them. We ought to find a quieter place. I love it. What? Oh, no. She's a party girl. She's fucking basic. Rotona. You need to abandon her now. She's got that sparkle in her eyes. So Rotona, let's eat here, okay? It looks so fun here. But if some kind of trouble popped up, Waiter, I'd like a table for 3, please. Get bullied, nerd. And in an instant, Selphine vanishes from my sight. Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm a little busy here, so could you just seat yourselves in a booth inside? Aye, aye. Wait, Selphine? What? Really? We're eating here? I guess. Princess says so. Good grief. A penchant for merrymaking must run in the Rugzenheide of blood. Just what do you plan to do if something happens? I whisper to Selphine. Huh, we'll be fine. I mean, everyone's having so much fun. Nothing could possibly go wrong. That doesn't even make sense. I really love places like these. It's so fun and warm and cozy. King Valar also had this side to him. He didn't... Whoa. The audio suddenly stopped. He didn't place any distance between himself and his people. The king was close to his citizens. On the surface, you'd think it was a wonderful, charming thing. Holy shit. I'm sorry, okay, this song is just fucking amazing. However, things weren't actually that simple. Royalty must always stand atop others. Without a strong, charismatic presence, the citizenry will become uneasy. A king who's friendly with his citizens is nothing but the stuff of fantasy. From what I've heard, King Valar was quite troubled with this during his youth. There has to be an appropriate distance between a leader and his followers. Otherwise, that relationship will cease to be. Okay, Machiavelli. Sooner or later, Selphine has to come to that realization as well. Should I caution her? Just get her Machiavelli. That's pretty much what you're talking about, ain't it? I take a quick glance at Selphine beside me. Yum. Selphine stuffed her mouth with walnuts, looking happy but oh so undignified. Yum, this stuff is pretty good. Rotona, this stuff is pretty good. Yum, yum. Don't be so happy over some walnuts. A hamster! A hamster is in our midst! A princess like her is enjoying something so pedestrian. I prefer peanuts. Selphine had such a carefree smile on her face, more so than usual. She sure is nuts for those. Selphine, your face looks so funny. Rune laughs. Delish. Don't use that word. Don't you dare. And Selphine laughs along with her. Oh, you can just toss the shells onto the floor. Fucking heathen. Whoa, I see. So all this stuff on the floor is those shells. That's pretty cool, isn't it, Rotona? Magnificent. I'm losing her voice. Ah, well, never mind. She's having fun anyway. Really, though, it's been so long since I've come here. Did you come here regularly before? Nope, just once a while back. Is that so? Well, I suppose that makes sense. These kinds of places don't suit you at all either, Rune. Eh? You think so? This isn't the kind of place a girl all by herself would go to. Well, I suppose that is true. Huh? Oh, right. How do we even order food? You guys have just been eating walnuts for supper. Point taken. You look at the menu and choose from there. Everything that's being served here is written there. Rune hands me a thick booklet placed at the edge of the table. How quaint. Whoa, it's so thick. Don't meme it. Don't meme it. What is this? These drawings are pretty impressive. The menu had numerous drawings of some of the dishes. It's not watercolor. It looks somewhat like graphite lead, but there's color? Colored pencil. This is the outer pole, so they couldn't have used mana to make these either. Just what kind of drawing technique did they employ to come up with such realistic pictures? The level of detail present in these drawings is beyond what the human hand can achieve. Oh, is that an actual, like, photo? Those aren't drawings, but what we call photographs. Photographs? Yes, actually, do you not have menus where you come from? How do you order things, then? Huh? Well, Normally, it was set up such that whenever you enter the establishment, a Comcraft line would be activated and a list of ingredients would flow into your conscious. Just by entering the shop, you would already know everything they serve. There'd be no point in leaving these bundles of paper at every table. That seems convenient. A menu, eh? Pretty inefficient way of doing things. Oh, if you have magic, maybe. But they have no choice. There's no mana here. That is, something similar to this. We have a lot of small establishments from where we are. There's usually a large, oh my god, fucking open your mouth and speak English for once in your goddamn life. There's usually a large display board hung just above the kitchen. Apparently that's what it was like, how it was like before the advent of Comcraft. I've only ever seen mock-ups of it, though. Huh. These cultural differences sure are interesting, huh? Even with something as simple as this. Yeah! Our countries definitely are different from each other. More than you know, Rune. Ah! Now, what should we... Huh? I can feel a strange aura from beside me. What in the... Selphine looks completely different. Oh, shit. Music stopped. Things are intense. Her eyes are so affixed to the menu, with an expression more serious than I've ever seen. Could it be? I'd say those eyes are ones able to see things that no normal people could see. Byakugan. Stern, dignified, clear eyes. The eyes of Byakugan royalty. It's royalty. Has she finally awakened? But why now? Why here? What's the matter, milady? I feel her gaze pierce my very being. What's wrong, Selphine? Retona. Rune. Yes? Gulp. I can't read this menu. Well, I suppose that much was obvious. We'd relied on Rune the entire time, so I didn't realize it until now, but we can't actually read the language. Eruratum can only interpret what is audible, not written. Miss Selphine. If you just told me that, then I will gladly help you read, so please don't make such a scary face. Okay, thanks. Selphine doesn't even notice. Rune's fucking terrified. Rune's gone totally pale from seeing her expression. Oh, hey, CG! I'll take everything! Oh, her hair's waving. Selphine's hair, it's got like little cat ears and they're waving up, and that's cute. No, you won't. Absolutely not. Everything looks so delicious, I can't decide. Just how much do you plan to eat? Everything. You're gonna get fat. I'll be fine. I'm already this hungry. That's no excuse. Is there no anti-fat magic? But Retona, look! Everything just looks so tasty. That doesn't mean we can just order every single thing. Oh, then how about ordering the sampler then? It has many of the items in the menu, but in bite-sized portions. I'll take that then. I'd like something easy on the stomach. Is there anything like that? Not pizza. A dish that's easily to digest. Well, there's really just soup, I suppose. Then I'll go with that. Holy shit. A line of servers brought each and every single dish on the menu to our... Selphine. Wow, this looks amazing. Selphine's order of samplers completely covered the entire table. This is quite a lot of food. Can she even finish all this? Probably. It looks delicious. Mind your manners. Seriously. Fat ass. Nah, it's fine. Oh, come on. Lighten up, Retona. It's time to get some grub. Selphine is getting so excited that her persona is already giving way. You two are just too funny. Don't tell me you're actually traveling entertainers. Funny? Absolutely not. Retona, are you right with just soup? Is that going to be enough for you? Yes, I'd like something light for tonight. Unlike Selphine here. It might be because the flow of mana here is weak, but I have no appetite. Retona, if you don't eat anything, you won't get any energy. I realize that, milady. But honestly, I just can't get rid of this feeling of languidness. Languidity. I don't particularly feel bad, but it's like the chill you feel right before a strong fever sets in. The feeling of your very bones weakening. Oh, right. They said the discounts were to celebrate the new ale, right? How about we try some of that? What? Retona, are you all right with ale? That's a mighty fine question there, Rune. Isn't she like 18, 19? No need to hide anything now. Retona can match her drink with any man, even one bigger than... I panic and cover Selphine's mouth. I'd rather she not say too much. That's a dark time in my life. Hemp? Retona, are you a heavy drinker? No, not in the slightest. Indeed she is. Retona's a real aficionado of alcohol. Selphine escapes my grasp and proclaims that in a loud voice. There's no need to shout. Well, then we really should order some. Here, they say that alcohol is the best medicine. I'm sure it'll help you feel better. That's not true. And Ivel's Tavern's ale is really famous. I've always wanted to try it myself, too. Is it alright for me to do something so imprudent? So uncouth? Excuse me, waiter? We'll take 2 steins of your new ale. But wait, since when were you the one in charge of ordering? How sly. Clever girl. And I'll have a glass of pomegranate juice. You got it. Just a moment. Oh, hey. In less than 10 seconds, he casually pours beer into a couple of steins. Starting off with some ale, ladies. Y'all look pretty young, too. We heard that the new brews always sell out quickly, so we figured we ought to have a head start. You sure did. They're nice and cold thanks to our new Aqua Box. Enjoy! Goddamn gluttons. Okay, let's toast to our new friendships. I drink to that. The 3 of us clink our glasses together. Kampai! Oh, this is good. Really good. There are very few places where you can get brew this good in Ruxenheide. Ah, wonderful. It's the first time all day that I've seen you relax like this. It is? Have I been on edge all day? You are a little intense, Retona. You were totally serious the whole day. Is that so? I must have been more tired than I realized. Phew, that was delicious. It sure was. Perhaps because of the ale, I was able to eat much more than I thought I could. Loosens up the stomach. Well then, let's settle the bill and head back to the... Ow! God, my ears.